Guys, I am the Interstellar Teller and I want to welcome you guys back to my channel. If you guys like my previous videos, then please make sure that you like, subscribe, and also keep me in your notifications so that you keep up with all of my posts. I'm going to go ahead and make this reading for Thursday to Thursday. As you can see, like I said, I was starting off on my consistency, so I'm just kind of baby stepping back to my regular consistency, which I kind of want to do Saturday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday, between those two. So this is Thursday to Thursday, then the next one's going to be Friday to Friday, and then between Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be back on schedule. So let's go ahead and do a collective reading for November 7th, 2024 to November 14th, 2024. Okay. Also, make sure you guys read important disclaimers below in the description so that things can still be very clarified on the operations of my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. So for those of you who have watched my previous videos, I do always start off with my animal deck. And also, look out for my lucky starburst. My starburst that, that basically pop up in the middle of the video, all throughout, little extra fortunes here and there. Also at the end of my video, you'll see all of my lucky stuff posted, so make sure that you can pause or screenshot, anything that you need to do to catch all the lucky stuff. These aren't things that you have to do, have to wear, have to eat. It's just that these are vibrations or lucky things that I am getting to where it's like something about eating this or wearing this color may give you just a little sprinkle dust of luck if you will. So make sure you catch my lucky stuff at the end of the video, and also you will catch my shooting star fortunes. Now between my starburst and shooting star fortunes, you have to stay looking at the screen if you want to catch them all, because a little bit, okay? So make sure you keep your eyes on the screen, okay? All right, so what's going to be an animal guide for the weekly collective from November 7th, 2024 to November 14th, 2024? Let's go ahead and look. On reverse. What's at the top? The dragonfly. I like that. So the dragonfly right off the bat represents adaptability, being able to change at a moment's notice. I'm also getting like a surprise, like something turning at a sudden direction out of nowhere, because that's what dragonflies know how to do. And then the alligator, and then I'll make sure I show you guys the dragonfly if the camera will light up. Y'all see the dragonfly? There we go. So the alligator and the dragonfly. Now what I love about the alligator is that firstly, it's a water animal. Most water animals do represent some form of emotion or intuition. In terms of the alligator, it represents ancient tradition, especially family tradition, family writings on the wall, basically, ancient traditional family wisdom. It doesn't even have to be family per se. It's just that it typically more associates with family tradition, past family ways that are more than likely still practiced to this day. In a lot of ways I kind of get Hierophant energy off of the alligator, simply because of traditions, rules, teaching the way of things, elders that are mentoring the younger, stuff like that. But with the dragonfly, I'm sensing that somebody is taking something into a new direction as far as it comes to traditions. I feel like somebody's also probably being a bit of a rebel, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes there may be certain things about traditions that may be outdated. So some of you may just be sprucing something up when it comes to your family traditions, or perhaps even adding something new, or just kind of tweaking something. So there's definitely that. I'm also getting like some sort of birth. Like I keep getting like surprise energy and something turning at a sudden direction, like kind of like a get out challenge kind of thing, getting straight forward, and then you just do that. So I keep getting like the change of a sex. Like somebody may think they're having a boy, but they're really having a girl, or vice versa. You know, evidence may show that your child is going to be a girl, but then surprise, it's a boy. Like, you know, or there might be another baby in there that nobody detected. Like, I sort of keep getting that kind of energy. So let's go ahead and read the animals mechanically, since I had just read them intuitively. Let's go ahead and start with the dragonfly because I drew that first. Okay. The dragonfly represents evolution, adaptation, growth. Yeah, evolution, adaptation, and growth. When the dragonfly flies into your life, you are being asked to adapt to the circumstances at hand. Change is coming whether you like it or not, and how you react will be a test of your character. The dragonfly aids you in upholding your integrity, perseverance, and flexibility, testing your faith in the process. The dragonfly appears to remind you of your higher power, that even though you are being thrown into the hands of fate, you have everything at your disposal to handle whatever comes your way. The dragonfly can change direction with ease, creating flight patterns that often appear effortless. Once you get the hang of these cycles, you too will be generating your own flight patterns and will be able to navigate these curveballs with ease. The dragonfly invites you to look at the silver lining. Ask yourself, why is this showing up for me and what can I learn from it? Only then will you grow. So it's definitely about stopping and asking the right questions. And what I do love about dragonflies is that they really can fly in any direction. They can fly up, down, forward, backwards, diagonal. I think wasps are the same way, but wasps are dicks. They really are nature's assholes. They will sting you for no good reason at all. All right, let's go ahead and read alligator. And of course, when you see a dragonfly, whenever I see a dragonfly, they seem like a very serene insect creature. You know, they don't bother anybody, and I always see them buzzing around flower-bearing trees. So I feel like flower-bearing trees may actually be like a nice place for some of you to meditate, especially if petals are like falling off and flying on you or whatever. And it could be any time of the year, you know, if as long as, you know, even if it's not a flower-bearing tree because it's not spring, perhaps even an evergreen, you know, some kind of evergreen tree that probably would bear flowers, you know, in the warmer months, you know, who knows? Okay. Alligator is ancient, intentional digestion. 808 on the camera's timer, nice. With an appetite for life, the alligator leads the way for you to digest new nuggets of information, expanding your knowledge and wisdom with its every bite. You are activating ancient consciousness, a reptilian primal energy that existed long before your time, having survived and adapted into the cosmic creature that it is now. With eyes on top of its head, the alligator gives you foresight and clairvoyance, the ability to see beyond what is obvious and tap into a higher source of information. The alligator also offers you enhanced alertness, as it picks up signals from frequencies beyond human hearing and sends you new opportunities that seem to appear from thin air. However, the alligator moves with intention, so you can decide which opportunities are truly to your benefit. Tap into your survival skills, using your intuition as a primary source to guide you towards the prosperous life you speak. So, some of you guys may end up having an opportunity that shows up out of nowhere, or perhaps there may have been an opportunity that somebody had passed you up for, but they may come back to you like, hey, this person dropped out. You think you want to fill in for them? Something like that. Like, oh, we're sorry, you know, you didn't get the position or you didn't get the part. And then next thing you know, like, hey, you know, we actually need somebody for this extra part, or the lead dropped out, or, you know, something like that. I feel like there's a missed opportunity that might redirect itself back to you if there's not a new opportunity altogether. Okay, so I feel like there's some little things that are going to be looking up. Let's go ahead and oh my lord. Let's go ahead and see what are going to be some lucky places for you guys this week. Okay, let's clear these cards of any leftover energy. I got my incense all the way back there, my Palo Santo incense to clear the energy. I ain't getting up for it though. I'm just let the essence in the air clean the cards. All right, let's cleanse any leftover energy in these cards so that the message can be clear and precise and clarified. Ooh, oh my lord. Okay, well, what did flip over was the forest. See, can we see that? The forest. Let me see if I can move my camera right quick. Oh lord, I move my camera. Hey, teddy bear. Does I see it? Can y'all see the forest? The forest. There we go. This is terrible. Well, I don't know why it's doing that, but okay, there's the forest. And remember when I said that going under a tree, like a flower bearing tree, or let's say this time of year, you're gonna have more of your evergreens that are basically gonna always be in bloom. The forest or walking a forest trail may be lucky for some of you, especially some of you who may live around coniferous trees like pine trees, cedars, stuff like that. What else? What else we got? We got the forest, and in the forest there's dense canopy, nature sanctuary, forest floor. Okay, some of you guys may find something lucky on while on a hike. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a trinket or maybe a jewel, or I mean, it could be anything. Something, I feel like there's something lucky if you go on a nature hike. Something lucky you might find, or something lucky that might happen if you're on a nature hike, especially specifically through a forest too. What else with forest? What's a good place for the collective to go to be at? Nothing's popping out right now. I'll see a little bit. No, those are a couple. Okay. Y'all wilding right now. These cards are wilding, honey. Wilding. Okay. What else is a good place outside of the forest? The forest, and what else for the collective? Let's wait till something jumps. Oh, something wanted to jump out. The forest, and what else with the forest? If nothing, I was about to say, if nothing jumps out, I'm gonna cut the deck. The park. Can you guys see that? There we go, the park. This is terrible. Dang, and the sun is like, that's okay. I want to keep the windows open. I like the view in here. So the park. So when you got the park and the forest, I'm also seeing like maybe park recreations as well. Park recreations may be good. So the park, nature's haven, recreational space, picnic retreat. So definitely being out in nature is going to be a wonderful way to, you know, not even just blow off some steam, but I'm getting going off of your intuition and coming to a revelation. Going off of your intuition and coming into a revelation, per se, with the park and forest. And the park and the forest are like almost very similar, except a park is more parks are usually more inner city, while forests are much more, I want to say maybe more reclusive, if that makes sense. What was that sound? Oh, I don't know what that sound is. Okay. So what else is with park and forest? What else is with park and forest? One second. Okay. what else do we have with park and forest as a lucky place? All right, if nothing jumps out, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, here we go. Oh, two of them. Oh, the factory. Factory is industrial production, manufacturing process, assembly line. Factory, can y'all see that? Factory. Hold on. Let's see if I can turn. This light that I got on is not big enough. Back to it. All right, so two cards that came out was the factory. Can y'all still see that? There we go. Factory and casino. It's working. It's doing it a little bit more now since it's lighting up more. Okay. Casino. Gambling excitement, card tables, jackpot moments, betting, and odds. And then with factory, industrial production, manufacturing process, assembly line. Now, some of you maybe have a job at a factory. These are two cards that jumped out. Usually I do like maybe 3 places, but there were 4 places. So you guys may be able to have more utilizations than you think throughout this week. And for some of you who may not work at a factory, maybe some of you may visit a factory or something that may be manufactured that, that's sent to you, which is pretty much the majority of things. You still got things that are made like homemade, mom and pop, things like that. Majority of things, are made manufactured though. So, one thing that I do want to say is make sure that you check that a lot of your things that are processed, I want to say especially if they are electronics, make sure that they're up to date. Make sure that that there's nothing wrong with them, that they're not glitching really bad or anything like that. And then also at a casino, okay, number 8, take that as you will. And then also with a factory, if some of you guys may be taking a field trip or taking a visit to a factory or something like that, there may be something that happens lucky there. If there's anything that you may have to ship back to a manufacturer, make sure that you do it in due time. Sometimes you may end up getting, I'm sensing you might get something free as an apology. Something free as an apology, even if it's small. Something free as a sorry we fucked up. Okay. I don't know what that is. All right. And then what's the next one I want to do? The next one I want to do is let's do these. There wasn't one in particular that was calling out, but here we go. All right, let's clear these cards of any leftover energy. Okay. Clear these cards of any leftover energy. I'm more so that getting most of your luck is like somewhere with a lot of trees and a lot of fresh air. A lot of trees, a lot of fresh air. Okay. What else we got? So what's going to come out for the collective for the week of Thursday, November 7th, 2024 to Thursday, November 14th, 2024. I want to see if I can get something to jump out. If not, I'll go ahead and cut the deck. Hermit. You know what? I'm gonna use my phone's flashlight because this camera's tripping. I want y'all to actually see the cards, and I like the view out of my window, so I gotta compromise somewhere. So let's just do that. Okay, so we got Hermit. That's the Hermit. This is the Hermit. And the Hermit is practice, escape from the world, wisdom. Now, what I absolutely love is that hermits do go off into reclusive places like the forest, like the park, well, not really the park, but like a forest, and usually like a far off place with a river or a lake, something like that. And as you can see, this hermit, he's like at a body of water, and he's around a lot of trees. So some of you guys may need to escape into solitude, and this is definitely hermit in the tarot energy as well. Some of you are doing a lot of introspection, a lot of self-awareness, and also trying to grow self-respect for yourself as well. A lot of not self-enforced boundaries, but more like not really self-enforced boundaries, but more like within your self-awareness, you're also checking yourself. And I don't mean that in like a smart ass way, but thinking like, how am I doing? Like some of you guys are asking that question, how am I doing? Where am I going in life? Or it doesn't even have to be things as far or as deep in as that. Sometimes it can be, what do I need to plan for next week? Or what is it that what's going to help me in the next hour? Like what can I do that's going to help me in the next hour? Or I need to get this done, and it's going to be in the betterment of myself. So you guys are really doing a lot of self-checking, which is great. And there's going to be some form of wisdom or revelation that comes from that. Don't be surprised also, like what I said with the hermit and the alligator, together. Remember when I said earlier that there may be advice from an elderly person that's going to help you? So I wouldn't be surprised, if you guys, went to a grandparent or another elderly relative, specifically an elderly relative, but this can be any elder that you're close to that and they don't have to be like just elder. They can just simply be still a person. I'm still getting a person that's older than you, even if they're just like 5-10 years older than you. But I'm more than anything, I'm getting like an elder person, somebody that's 50 plus, that's that can give you some helpful advice. Okay. What else with the hermit? I'm also feeling like some of you guys are finding solitude in like a certain craft that you're doing. There's like a certain craft that gives you meditation. And that's definitely a big thing I'm getting. Meditating at a park or a forest, meditating somewhere with a lot of trees. Okay. Okay. What else we got with the hermit? All right. If nothing jumps, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. I got some things trying to come out. We got some things trying to pop out. Let's see. Who else we got with the hermit for the collective? The chosen one. Destiny, prophecy, selected, mission, prodigy. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's clarify the chosen one. The chosen one. Oh, geez. It fell out. 2 cards fell out. They fell out all wonky though. Clarify the chosen one for the collective. Some of you are probably very intelligent students. I see fairy. There was one that was trying to come out. Fairy, which is enchantment, sprites, magic, glitter. Ooh, wow. So firstly, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking like, I'm beginning to feel like there's an opening that you guys are meant to find. not even in just your spirituality, but in every aspect of your life. There's like I'm getting the word access or new access. I feel like some of you guys are very intelligent and you're a very willing learner. I'm getting from the card fairy, I'm getting somebody between these cards melded together, Hermit, the chosen one, fairy, I'm getting somebody who is a very fast learner. Somebody who's a very fast learner who's going to become a mentor themselves one day. That's how good you are. Not only are you a chosen one, but I'm also getting somebody doing things in an integral way. I'm getting integrity. Somebody's trying to do things fair and honestly. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of like stripping down old things that no longer serve you, but also at the same time being open to making new traditional cycles that will help continue to progress things. Wow. What else with Fairy, Hermit, and the Chosen One? Wow. I didn't expect to see that. There's something that, as far as meditating in the park, going to these places, in one or more of these places, there's something that you're meant to encounter. There's something that's meant to happen. In a good way. A good thing that's meant to happen. What else with Hermit, Chosen One, Fairy? I'm also sensing that there are good spirits. That there's like a benevolent spirit, or maybe more than one. There may be like a benevolent spirit. And also what just came out was angel. So divine wings, protection, blessing, heavenly. Now look at this. Angel with Chosen One, with Fairy. This is more than one angel. And the fact that angel itself came out, there's probably a specific archangel that's going to help not only just protect you, but make you learn something, give you wisdom that you take with your entire life. More than likely it will be something ancient, but you will be able to give your own twist on it. That's amazing. Wow, y'all. I'm getting a holy disciple, some sort of holy disciple, or maybe even a monk. Some of you guys may even meet a monk or know a monk. An elderly monk who knows, a lot of great secrets and wisdoms and bells and whistles of life. If that makes sense. I love seeing these cards. That is amazing. There's a lot of divine energy for sure. A lot of blessings. I just keep getting I keep getting like luck, like some sort of luck, and I keep imagining like glitter glimmering on you, like just falling over you. And that makes me think that there's blessings that are being rained down upon you. If that makes sense, just blessings raining down upon. That's what I feel. Even if they're small blessings, it doesn't matter. These could be with fairies. With fairies, a lot of them are small blessings. But the fact that you are a chosen one and an angel, these small blessings are going to add up into a big one. Maybe just one big one, or at least maybe more than one. But I see maybe a bunch of small blessings are going to turn into one, are going to be significant to a big blessing. Kind of like how there are a bunch of small threads that make up a whole design. You don't know how each thread goes into the design until you step back and you look at the design type of thing. I'm also getting a look at things from a bird's eye view. Looking at something from a bird's eye view. No. If some of you haven't, there's this movie called The Prince of Egypt that came out in the late 90s. I absolutely love that movie. And this is after Moses left Egypt and he wandered into Ethiopia. And he meets the chief of the village who is actually the father of his future wife. And he sings this song called Look Through Heaven's Eyes. And he explains it perfectly. And it's a beautiful song. It's one of my most favorite songs ever produced on TV and in a movie and all that stuff. It's like one of my top 10 favorite songs. There's also Colors of the Wind too, but I digress. Look at your life through heaven's eyes, or through heaven's eyes, I think is what it's called. And he goes like, he sings it just like that. But in that song, he explains, basically things that are broken down, how little things add up into one big thing, seeing things in a broader perspective. So when we're looking at the hermit in the card, he's not looking at small, minute details. He's looking at a very broad perspective. He's looking at the land that he's in a much more landscaping type of view, right? I'm also getting that some of you guys may need to make a document that is in landscape, that is in a landscape layout, a document or a letter, or maybe even a presentation that's going to be in a landscape, that's going to be at the landscape layout, which is that, this is like portrait, that's like a more vertical, and landscape is more horizontal. So I'm also getting that. Some of you guys, some of you guys are drinking Sprite, the soda Sprite, or that might be a lucky drink for some of you to drink. Sprite, the soda, the lemon lime soda. Okay. I'm also thinking anything that's sparkly or glimmery. Anything. It doesn't have to be whether it's expensive or cheap or whatever. So I would say more glittery type accessories will be lucky for some of you throughout this week. And even like, let's say if you're not even into glitter, maybe just something that's shiny. Okay. I keep getting a garden. If some of you guys are able to visit a garden that's still going to be in bloom all year, at least most of the year, if not all year, a garden would be a very nice, lucky place to go to as well. I mean, I know that didn't come out here, but gardens, forests, parks, they're almost, a lot of them are kind of intertwined. Sometimes you won't see just a park. Sometimes you'll see a park in a garden, or a garden in a forest, So I'm also getting a garden. Okay. Definitely divine protection in any of your pursuits. I may have said that already, but I'm really seeing that. I am really feeling serendipity. Not just luck, but serendipity. Like, I mean, serendipity so bad. It's like you look up, and in one of my earlier videos, I was talking about dumb luck and how it can work sometimes. You can look up and you could be so lucky with something that you basically just get bitch slapped and you fall out of your chair. That's kind of how I feel like something lucky is going to happen, okay? I love seeing these cards out here. That's amazing. Okay. And that was... what's another deck I want to do? Okay. Let's do this. This one in conjunction. I'm going to want to do an angel deck next after this one. Let's clear these cards of any leftover energy so I can get a clear, clarified message. Okay. saw Knight at the bottom. Knight. There's my ring light. You see it? Hey. This is definitely protection for sure. Keeper of honor, armor, battle, loyalty. I definitely say that resonates, so I'm going to take that out of there. There's like a fighting, like I believe you guys have like I want to say definitely with angel and knight, not just divine protection, but even you being able to have the means to fight your battles on this plane. Remember that the dragonfly did say you have what it takes. You have everything that you need at your disposal to get through any obstacles, and you do, with help, with protection. Not only do you have an angel protecting you, I feel like there's an archangel. Maybe Michael or Raphael. Considering that I'm seeing a lot of green. So I keep getting Raphael more than anybody, but definitely Michael or Raphael. But I'm getting more Raphael, but it could be both. It could be both, but you got some serious divine protection. And you also have serious skill to still immediately fend for yourself, fend off, and also pull yourself up as well. And and of course, like I said, you got angels doing everything behind the scenes as well. And then you even got minor angels. Because see, when I look at fairies, I'm getting minor angels, and these could be angels. These are probably spirit guides. These are probably your spirit guides. Let me got the light a little bit. Here we go. Oh, come on, fairy. But I'm also getting spirit guides as well. Okay. For some of you, I feel like there's more of a feminine energy. I feel like more of you probably watching the stream are women. Well, of course, even if you're a guy too, this is for everyone. But I'm getting a lot of feminine energy. This will be a great time for some of you to at least have a day or two where you'll get to have a lot of soft moments in your life, to be able to bask in your beauty, bask in things that make you feminine. I'm getting like maybe even pampering, self-pampering. Okay. I'm also getting music with a flute. And this could be any kind of music, as long if there's a flute in it. I'm getting if you listen to musics with a flute. I also have a lot of air element. There's a lot of air element in this spread. It's perhaps maybe air signs that may be the most affected. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is a collective, so anything, it could be for any sign at any time. But I'm getting a lot of air element in this reading. I got some readings where I got a lot of fire, some where I got a lot of water. This one has a lot of air. A little bit of earth too. But I'm getting a lot, I keep getting a lot of air energy. So I feel like there's some of you who may need to take things at a lighter approach. Maybe even be diplomatic. And what I love too with the dragonfly is an air animal. Okay? The dragonfly is an air animal. So a lot of, I won't even just say mental clarity. I keep getting like a revelation. Not necessarily an epiphany, but an epiphany could apply. But I'm getting more of a revelation. Like things adding up and you figuring it out. But in the best way. And this could very well be your spirit guides. Because like I said, this is spirit guides right here. It's definitely your spirit guides, your personal spirit guides sending you downloads that help you, okay? All right, what else do we have with the knight? Keeper of honor, armor, battle, loyalty. Integrity is going to be something, is going to be a serious trait to have this week. Keep getting integrity. With the dragonfly and with the knight. Ooh, what flipped over? Two of them flipped over. Coach was one of them. And remember, there, like I said, some of you guys may end up meeting a mentor, even with the hermit, because the hermit in the tarot is also considered a mentor. There are three mentors. There are three considered wise old men in the main arcana of the tarot. That's the emperor, the hermit, and the hierophant. Okay, each of them in their own different kind of way. They're not always old men, of course, but typically that's how they're depicted, in the deck, especially if it's a traditional Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so I do keep getting like maybe like an elderly man, could be a woman, but more so an elderly man. A mentor, somebody who's teaching you, because and the thing is, you may be the best student in your class, or not even just a class, could be your team if you're on a sports team, your class, your team, anything that you could be learning, that you're being taught to do. Coach has train, nurture, develop a plan, encourage, support, and again, blessings. And one of the words that's in coach is support. I absolutely love this. Somebody, and not only just your spirit guides, but a person, perhaps an older man that's a mentor type. I'm getting uncle. I don't know, uncle. Could mainly be an uncle, but it could be any elderly man. Somebody who will really give you a golden nugget of wisdom. And like I said, something that's been passed down for a long time, could also be a grandfather as well. And soldier has guardian of nations, loyalty, honor, integrity, selfless service. You guys got, not only do you have what it takes to fight for yourself, but like I said, you have some serious divine energy fighting for you and protecting you. And like I said, you have these things as well. And you're open to being taught more. It's kind of like being a diamond in the rough. Some of you guys are going to be carved into a well-dimensioned diamond. Huh? If you listen humbly and listen wholesomely, be integral about everything that you do this week. Just being not only just integral about how you carry yourself, but also to yourself. There's a lot of things that each of us owe ourselves that the world will not give us. The world doesn't owe us anything, but there is a lot that a lot of us may owe ourselves, and that is being truthful. That's a form of self-respect. There's so many forms of self-respect, and that's a big theme that I'm getting. Self-respect and self-awareness. And it starts with being integral and honest. At least for this week. Because, look, both knights and soldiers, they're basically the same thing. Knights are just more noble. But they both have loyalty. I wouldn't be surprised if, hopefully some of you guys are in a relationship and you may meet a loyal person. That's me going a little far-fetched though, but I keep seeing loyalty and honor. But I wouldn't be surprised. I also feel like that these are traits that you may end up having. 40, 40, 46, 46 on the camera. These are traits that may end up attracting somebody to you. One of the words in fairy is enchantment. Somebody might like that you're a wholesome person. Okay? Honor, loyalty, integrity, angels. Some of you guys are on a very good path, or you're on your way to a very good path. Now, the thing in Chosen One is that it is a chessboard, so there are things that, there are things that you're still going to also need to, you're going to also need to be willing to learn. I'm also getting selective memory. So there are going to be certain things that retain. There are certain pieces of this knowledge that's going to retain on you, and that's going to really help you. Okay? Some of you guys, I feel, are going to do a presentation. Like I said earlier, a presentation. Spotlight's going to be on you, but I think you'll do fine. You'll do more than fine. You know a lot. You're being taught well. Okay? What else we got? Soldier, Knight, Hermit. There was a bunch that was trying to come out. What else we got? Soldier, Knight, Hermit. I might get one more. I'm going to do one more out of this deck. Okay, if nothing jumps, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Okay? Something flipped. What flipped? I don't see what flipped. Oh my gosh. Where'd it go? What flipped? It flipped in the middle of the deck though. Musician. It didn't jump out, but it did flip inside the deck. Composer of harmony, creation, passion, soulful sound, celebration. I'm going to go ahead and take that out there. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if some of you were being taught music. Or, music is going to play an underlining throughout this week. Why not? Remember I said earlier, music with a flute? Music with a flute. And like I said, this could be any kind of music. As long as it has a flute sound in it, it can be any music. Okay? And then there's also passion. Oh, this came out. Ooh, Lord. Madman. Now, where the hell did this come from? I'm seeing all of this good shit, right? All of this good shit. I want to see if y'all can see like Madman, and it's. There we go. You see, honey, that look a mess. Ooh, that look a mess. Embracer of madness, frenzy, chaos, unruly, possession. Ooh, Lord. But remember what I said? Remember what I said about the diamond in the rough? I keep thinking of Aladdin. But, underneath it all, he's a great character. He's full of loyalty and integrity, but he was a thief, but he was trying to make a living, though. He didn't really have much of a choice but to become what he became until he was chosen, until he was shown the way of certain things. And even though jinns aren't really divine, they're more of supernatural beings. In his own way, in that movie, he still had magical help. Where'd it go? Magical support. He still had magical support that helped him. Okay? And like I said, he still had his own wits. He still had his own wits and his own smarts that would still help him. So some of you guys may need to watch the movie Aladdin. I don't know. But I'm also thinking, but what I got from Madman, as far as in this spread, some of you may have started off on the wrong path, and you met somebody who was going to tell you how to do things right. Even like, let's say, even if they have to be very disciplinary of it, Some of you guys may have started off on the wrong foot in life and decided to go into the military. You're either in the military or you're going into the military with soldier. I keep getting the word sergeant. Sergeant. There's still going to be some form of discipline in your life that's still going to be in the betterment for you. Okay? Now with Madman, I said I was gonna do a different deck, but I still want to see what Madman is. Ooh. Stranger, passerbys, encounter by chance, mutual aid, new friend. Oh Lord. Maybe you guys will meet a new fun person. Just make sure you're careful around this person, though. I mean, because especially if you don't know somebody, especially when you don't know somebody, just be extra careful. But I feel like this could be a stranger I feel like there could be a helpful stranger. A helpful stranger or a homeless stranger. I don't know. That's cool. So, with all of this divine energy, all of this divine protection, I'm very tempted to pull out a lot of my angelic decks, okay? So let's clear these cards of any leftover energy. At the bottom is obstacles. Right at the bottom is obstacles. Obstacles are now falling away easily. The angels remind you that you are a highly capable person. And there is nothing that you can't overcome and achieve when you set your mind to it. The obstacles you have faced are lessons which have taught you about your own strength and resilience. We're definitely putting that out there, obstacles. We're definitely putting that out there. Hey, son. Okay. What else with obstacles? This one just popped right on out. Flow. Okay, flow. Things happen when they are supposed to. This is a reminder from your angels to trust in the flow of the universe and to always follow your intuition when making decisions. With positive changes and opportunities on the horizon, now is a great time for you to take action and move forward in your life. Now, remember what I said with the alligator? The alligator also follows about intuition, and it is a water animal. So the alligator may end up being a lucky animal or something that you guys, like, if you wear like an alligator pattern, or shoot, maybe if you can eat alligator. I've had alligator before. It's pretty good. I only had it in fried fritters though. And fried fritters with remoulade sauce, delicious. But anyway, I'm a foodie, I'm such a foodie. But yeah, alligators may be a lucky animal through this week, and like I said, your intuition is going to play a part in this. Like I said, probably more often in this week than any other in the past. Some of you guys may be getting intuitional psychic downloads, or maybe even seeing signs from your personal spirit guides. Okay. What else with flow and obstacle? Flow and obstacle. Flow and obstacle. All right, if nothing jumps out, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. Excuse me. Slightly burped. I'm sorry. All right, so boundaries with a bunch of other cards have flipped over, but boundaries is what stood out the most. Boundaries. Okay, boundaries. Hey, light. Boundaries is, I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. Now, remember earlier I said not making self-imposed boundaries, but Self-respect is a form of having boundaries. Okay? I am worthy and deserving of setting and maintaining boundaries that serve me. The angels want you to remember that if you keep prioritizing the needs of others and ignoring your own, then things might fall apart. For once, love yourself and do things that please you no matter what others might say. Okay? And that's also why the hermit is out here, because the hermit gets away from everything to meditate, to do a self check, and to see what's going on. Sometimes a boundary doesn't mean just putting up a wall. Sometimes it means walking away or isolating yourself, even if it's just for a little bit, just so you can have some time alone that will help you. And more specifically, if it's a place that's full of a lot of trees, because trees do give a lot of fresh energy. Not only do they make fresh oxygen, but they just make fresh energy overall. There's probably a lot of benevolence that are naturally in trees. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys ended up naturally feeling more spiritual around trees specifically. All the elements have spiritual aspects to them, as we all know. But particularly through this week, it's like something in the sound of trees blowing, of wind blowing through the leaves and branches of trees specifically. For some, it could be the sound of rain and or flowing water. For some, it could be the sound of fire crackling in a bonfire or a fireplace. For others, it could be doing something with your hands. But for this week, much more particularly, it's the sound of the wind flowing through the trees, specifically. That's what I keep getting. I'm getting whispers. You might get a whisper. Something might whisper to you, or somebody might whisper something to you. That's what I keep getting. I don't know. Okay? Obstacles, flow, boundaries. Let's do one more out of this deck. What else? What else we got? Manifest. Manifest. I love it. I have everything I need. I have everything I need. Manifest says, I have everything I need. The angels remind you that by filling your subconscious with thoughts and images of what you really want, and by speaking positively about these things, you will bring them into your real life and manifest your yes. But you got to be integral about it. Okay? You guys, some of you guys are in a very deep need to become refreshed. Become refreshed. I like that this is a much more enlightening reading than last week. Last week was a mess. Last week I'm just like, what the hell am I looking at? What the hell am I looking at? Okay, let's go ahead and do this deck. Let's clear these cards of any leftover energy. Okay, and I'm not gonna try to keep you guys too long. Okay, I say that every time, but I'm trying to make the conscious effort. Okay. Let's clear these cards of any leftover energy. All right, what's gonna? Oh, this one's eager. Unlock your heart. Embrace vulnerability. Let love guide your journey to self-discovery. Now, there's such a one theme word that I keep getting is self. Self. So I'm getting that a lot of you guys may have been depleted, perhaps for the past week or maybe even longer. Some of you guys may have been feeling depleted. Okay? And I don't think it's just opening your heart to just people, but also a lot of self-compassion, self-respect, self-compassion. What else is with unlock your heart? Ooh. Rough road. Prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. But again, you guys have what it takes. It's, you know, what you want. We all need to know that more often than not, it's not going to happen overnight. It's all going to be within its due process. Learning things is a due process. As much as I would love to know things instantly, you don't really get to truly experience. You don't really get to truly have an experience if you learn it instantly. There are things that experiences in themselves teach that just knowing it won't teach you. Okay? When you just know something, it's actually repetitive. But when you have an experience with it, that just makes it more richer. There are things in the journey, you know, me being cliche. I'm about to say a cliche here, but that's why I love cliches, because they're so real. You'll learn more on a journey more than you would the destination. And it's true. Okay? Let's unlock your heart in rough road. Something tried to flip. I just want to come out. Cutting edge. Slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. Again, I keep seeing getting through obstacles. That's probably a key word, another key word this week. Self-respect, obstacles. Definitely divine protection. Luck, serendipity. There's something you're meant to learn or know something. Or the obstacle, if there's anything that you're going through right now, it's as if you're meant to go through it. But you have what it takes to get through that. There's so many out here that saying you have what it takes to get through whatever it is you're going through. And you have support. Not only do you have your own expertise to fight, but you also have forces beyond our understanding that is supporting us and fighting for us as well. One thing I kept hearing throughout all week was, don't give up, keep going, don't give up, keep going, don't give up. I keep hearing that. Not afraid of hardships. Oh, shoot. Almost fell. Not afraid of hardships. Okay? Confront challenges with courage, for they are stepping stones to growth and wisdom. So I feel like that there may be some sort of trial by fire that could be going on, but again, I can't stress enough. You're going to have everything you need to succeed, if not more. And perhaps, I would love to say with flying colors. I would love to say that. I dare say that. I dare say it. I do dare say that. If not with flying colors, then pretty damn well. I will say that. Pretty damn well, at least. Okay? Alright. Let's go ahead and clear these cards of any leftover energy. I'm going to do one more deck after this, and then I'm going to get out of here, okay? What else is something wants to flip? What wants to come out? Airplane, travel long distance, speed, overcome, rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, internal guidance. Remember I said earlier that some of you guys are, this is Aquarius energy, by the way, because like I said, there's a lot of air energy in here. That some of you guys, remember I said that earlier, some of you guys are like shedding something old off of you. And maybe there's probably something that you need to let go or go through that's going to really lift a burden off. Okay? What else with airplane? Some of you guys may very well travel onto a journey. Whether it's long or short distance, but I think it could be a long distance journey more than likely. Especially with it being an airplane. What else with airplane? else do we have with airplane? Two cards wanted to come out. Oh, there's travel for sure. Two cards, friends and baggage. Some of you guys are going on a friends trip. Hold on. Friends, baggage, and airplane? Friends, baggage, and airplane? Can y'all see that? So you guys going out to a place with friends? Especially if it's close-knit friends. Baggage, excess, unresolved issues held together, preparedness, pack rat, fearing separation, heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go, next phase. Remember I just said there's like a weight that's probably going to be dropped off of you? Okay? And of course with friends that represent a network, a support group, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, friendliness, friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate. And remember, some of you guys, like I said, you're in a classroom or a team. You have people who support you. Whether you see them or not, you have people supporting you. Okay? Then this card came out. This card actually just kind of fell straight off of the deck, which was White Rabbit. Spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening. Research it, inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole, waking from the dream. Some of you guys, and what I love is that waking from the dream and manifest. Some of you guys are on your way to truly manifesting whatever it is that you want or better. I keep getting that something may work out better than you thought. I flipped over youth. Youth, mutable, breaking free, rebellious, insecure, idealistic, on the verge, try things out, naive, hormonal, finding self, impressionable, independent, receptive, strong-willed. I can't express this enough. And then you got that with airplane too, breaking free and breaking free. In both of these cards, you see, where's it at? Breaking free. Where's breaking free at? It's somewhere on here. Breaking free, there it is. And then you see it again with airplane, breaking free, freedom, breaking free. Like it, there's a weight that's going to be lifted off. Seriously. Baggage has heavy burdens in it, but these are a drop of heavy burdens. Some of you guys are really ready to let go of something or someone. Okay? I'm going to draw one more card from this deck. Okay? Also, your children. Some of you guys may have children. Some of you guys may have children that, that are also sort of being healed in a situation, or some of you guys may be dealing with a child prodigy. Listen, I just got that. Child prodigy. A savant or a child prodigy. Nice. And then I flipped over emerald. Okay? Healing, fertility, eternity, reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, strong relationship, balance, free-flowing love, mature love, heart chakra. Now, what I am absolutely loving. Not only did Flo say things happen when they are supposed to happen. Because remember I said something is destined. Just like in Chosen One, it says destined. Something prophetic. But also with Emerald, there was something in here that was talking about freeing your heart. Unlock your heart. There may be some form of innocence that's trying to open up to you, or a lost sense of innocence that's going to regrow. Okay? Some of you may need to look to your close-knit relationships for support as well. But also have yourself be put first. So like I said, I'm getting a lot of air energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I'm also getting some Pisces energy as well, and some Sagittarius. A lot of mutable signs energy for sure. Lots of mutable signs. Okay. I really feel like that there's something that's going to be regenerated, restored. Kind of like the theme of last week, but now in a much more, it's a little more cultivated. Now, I feel like not necessarily a flower blooming. I almost feel like there's like a, not a dark night of the soul, but kind of like a phoenix after it's burned. A phoenix after it's went through its painful, its painful death by burning. I feel like a lot of you now are in the stage of the ashes that are now left, and now you're being regenerated within those ashes. A lot of us have already went through the burn process, the painful burn process. Okay, because a phoenix's rebirth is not, it's not gentle at all. It's hurtful, it's painful, but now we are at the stage of the ashes and working on the rebirth, the regeneration, the resurrection, which was a key word last week. So it's coming into effect. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for right now. But I did say I was gonna pull one more deck, but I'm actually pressed for time right now. But I definitely want to thank you guys for liking, loving, watching, and subscribing. Make sure you guys catch all of my lucky stuff at the end of my video. Make sure you pause or write down or take pictures, screenshots, whatever you'd like to do. Definitely like, subscribe, and did I say that? Like, subscribe, and also keep me in your notifications. I will be back next week. I'm gonna be doing Friday to Friday, so I can get back to my consistent schedule. But until then, guys, please stay tuned, and I love you so much. Thanks for coming.